It is me, Shrek. I love Wiener. Okay, so I'm outside today. Obviously, you can see the sun shining and everything. I'm totally winging this video. So I have a few things that I want to talk about, but I was just thinking about tomorrow's the new moon, and so I decided that I would do a video for the new moon, and then also it's Mother's Day coming up on Sunday. And so I was thinking about, like, when I went out into nature last weekend, I think it was, when the things that just kind of came through, and it was really cool. Like, I don't think I talked about it in my last video. When I did light language, I was singing, like, different, like, tones and things. So, like, I just want to do a light language and just kind of, like, bring something through. The other thing that I want to do is I'm a little nervous. There's, like, people driving by. It's not like there's very many places that you can go around here. I mean, like, here there is, like, all this, which is really super awesome. I mean, there's, like, a little water, like, over there. There's, like, a little, like, lake kind of it's not a lake, but I mean, like, it's a little creek, but it's a good size, you know. It's like a little pond or something. But anyways, this is the I tried to hide. Oh, that's my exactly. So it's a park, and, like, people are driving by, so I didn't want to go in because, you know, the last time we had ticks and I didn't want to deal with that. So sorry you can't really see my eyes. It looks like it's pretty dark, and, like, the sun's kind of, like, it's, like, right there, right above me. But anyways, so I just wanted to get out here and, you know, see what comes through, and then a couple of, like, exercises. I'm gonna do the exercises first, because I just kind of feel like I should talk about those and then get them out of the way, and then I can relax into, like, channeling. So the first one that I want to talk about is when, okay, so I understand that the Avatar, the Last Airbender, is a cartoon. There's also movies about it, but I think there's a lot of, like, there's a lot of information in these movies and videos, like these little, you know, there's, like, a whole bunch of information that is actual things that you need to know. Like, I forgot to mention the last time that when I was called to go out into nature and just kind of, like, see what came through, I kept hearing the word Shaolin. And I don't know very much about Shaolin, but I've watched a few videos about that, and it's more of, like, movements and a mindset and peaceful. So I'm probably going to do a little bit more research and see about that. But anyways, so in the movie The Avatar, there's something that I don't know if everyone thinks about. So how I always talk about stuff is I'm always saying that, you know, it's your thought process, like, that it's your imagination, it's your expression. So, like, for example, in the Avatar, when he is trying to protect himself, oh man, you can't even see it. Let's see if I can turn it up. Okay, yeah, you can see it. Okay. So anyways, when he's trying to protect himself, he creates a oh man, you can't even you definitely cannot see that, just a reflection. Well, that didn't work out. So anyway, he creates a sphere of light. It's not even light. It's like, it looks like light, but it's like air. So it's like a bubble of air that he creates around him. And that's like a protective air thing. So, like, if you're in meditation, you could imagine a protective sphere around you. I don't know the difference between a Merkaba and a sphere, but I do like the Merkaba. So if you want to learn about the Merkaba, you're going to have to look it up, because I don't know too much about it. I just know how I feel when I'm in that. So, but anyways, that was one of the things that I wanted to talk about, just to give it to people, like to have it in your tool kit of like things that you can use to protect yourself. Just a bubble sphere. Like when you're going out into nature, you could even, or not nature, public or whatever. When you go out into public, you could turn it to ice, or you could turn it to crystalline. It could be crystalline. And like, I don't know if you have your third eye open, you can see that when I say the words air, it turns to air. When I say the word ice, it turns to ice. And then when I say the word crystalline, it turns to crystalline. So literally. So this totally goes into my next thing. So I was going to write down some words and then I totally didn't. But anyways, like I pretty much, so yesterday I did the 5-5 meditation with Jen McCarty, and it was really awesome. It was super duper awesome. So now I'm thinking of like when we were in the meditation, how she talked about the pyramid is like a sacred place where you can create things. And wasn't I just talking about that with the the gold and like the structure? But she turned it into a pyramid, which I think is really awesome. So like you can create a pyramid and like be in your pyramid and create things. I would recommend doing the meditation because it really just gets it in there. I love Jen McCarty meditations. They're freaking awesome. Every single one of them. They make me feel so much better. They make me like move to a different vibration. Like whenever I feel like I need to heal something, it's kind of like you go from, so if you look at the yin and the yang, you go from dark to light. So like if you want to feel this way, you literally can feel this way. If you want to feel that way, you can feel that way. It's actually a lot more simple than they make it out to be. They make it like, oh, you should be dramatic. It's a drama thing. I can't say I'm not drama sometimes because I can be drama sometimes because I'm human. You know, it is what it is. But at the same time, when I'm finally out of my drama phase and I can actually like sit down and calmly look at, okay, this happened, and I need to change this energy. So what I do generally is I will remove a sheath or remove a grid, or remove the memory, or remove the cord, or remove whatever it is that is, close it out, close the book out, close the door on it, close the door on that person, disconnect. That's kind of like how I do it all the time. But the next exercise that I wanted to do is so I'm just gonna let the words like kind of come to me. So how I was just talking about how like when I said air, the sphere turns to air. When I say ice, it turns to ice. When I say crystal, it turns to crystalline. So it's very, 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 very similar to that. So I learned a while ago that there are certain words that trigger certain feelings. So like, oh my god, that's so cool. There's a hawk flying over. It's gone. That's awesome. I don't know. The first word that comes to my mind is hurt. So when you say certain words, and you can do this with any word, it doesn't matter. And I don't know if I've talked about this before. Maybe I didn't specifically like say it this way before. But basically, when you say certain words, it lights up like different parts of the etheric body, and it gives a feeling in a certain area, like hurt or pain or suffering, or like a person. You could say your mom or your dad. Yeah, you could say like, I'm trying to be more specific. I need a more specific word. Cut. Oh yeah, I feel that one. That one's down in my stomach, like in my abdomen. See, now I want to take it out. Get out of there. Or like stab, or like, I mean, I'm not trying to be like violence or anything, but like, energetically, I don't know if you pay attention to like the tarot cards, but like there's the 10 of Swords, and it's like a whole bunch of swords in that dude's back. And like, you know, it's in an ending. That's what it means. But there's like other sayings that we have, like, oh, they stabbed me in the back. Like energetically, that literally can happen. Literally, it can happen. So, you want to take the swords out. You want to take the daggers, cloak and dagger. Like somebody can cloak and dag you. I'm just saying, like that happens. That's real. So you don't even notice a person, anybody, doesn't even notice at all that, you know, like all of a sudden you start to feel this feeling like, well, you're a human. You're you're a quote unconscious human. You know, so like, why would you think a random feeling would be, you know, something in your back? You know what I mean? Like all of a sudden you just feel that energy and you're like, whoa. You know, most of the time it's because somebody's talking about you behind your back. It's literally like that. So, anyways, I don't know if I'm conveying what I'm trying to say the best. Because, like, literally, if you just say words, like, okay, let's say, for example, cancer. Do you have cancer? You could say cancer and you could, like, feel the feeling in your body somewhere. How to clear it out? What I would do is so everything is energy and you can reprogram yourself. So you can go into, like, there's so many ways that you can do stuff. Like my initial thought was to take that energy, the word cancer energy, and take that out of my, like, it seems like it's down like in my calves or like my feet or something. So what I want to do is I want to take it out and I want to pull it out of my heart and take that out. And so, yeah, you just transmute the energy and you pull it out of your heart and just, yeah, I like it. It's called transmuting. But anyways, you can explore a little bit more about different words that you could say to yourself, like even people's names you could say and see if you have a connection. One thing you could do before you do that is to get like into a calm status where you can focus and feel grounded and comfortable. Like my favorite one, I just recently did this so that I could recognize the difference between a lie and the truth, is like, obviously there's a whole bunch of green around me and that's the truth. There's trees around me and that's the truth. There's a lot of trees with leaves on there and there's a small tree right there. There's a lamppost. There is my shoes. There's my little buggy here. There's some pine trees over here. There's leaves on the ground. There's like really long grass like thingies. So now I'm in a state of like truth. So if I try to lie to myself, I'm going to be able to tell the difference. So, yeah, that's one of my favorite ones. I love that a lot. Because it really, really, really gets you grounded into the truth. And then you can tell for sure, like, what the actual truth is. And then also you can say to yourself, like, so like sometimes I'll get in my head and I'll start thinking about stuff that is like, I'll be like, drama. Well, when I get into my drama moments and I'm like, you know, complaining or blaming or whatever it is, in those moments, I'm probably not being totally 100% honest with myself. And so I have to wait for the energy to dissipate, the emotion to dissipate. But then to get myself out of it, I don't normally do it because I usually just let myself have my feelings and my fit throws and whatever I want. But do you hear that? That's awesome. So, two things. Hopefully, I remember both of them. Um, it was so cool, man. When I went out into nature, okay, so two things. I got to do it. So, I got further in the Avatar, and so the Earthbender. You have to look it up. The Earthbender is a blind girl, the teacher, was a blind girl. She could not see. So it's not like she could pick up the rocks and throw them like by seeing. She used her feet to feel the vibration of the earth. She used her feet to feel where people were standing, what they were feeling through her feet. Amazing. Totally amazing. I love it so much. So anyways, when I went out into nature last week, I think it was. Yeah. I started to just listen, and I closed my eyes, and I was able to like connect with the wind. And something that I forgot to mention that's so cool. I'm just like, is this real, you know? Okay, so I was sitting there and I did a light language, I channeled, and just whatever came out. And then at some point I took my hand and I was singing and hitting my hand on the ground like a beat. And then all of a sudden I stopped because it was really windy that day. So I just was like, okay, well, it's just going to be windy the whole time. And I recently, when it was really windy, I was like, why is it so windy? And sometimes I can get the wind to calm down. And I noticed that there's wind spirits. Like, I don't know, man. They're like super duper white. And like, they just blow the wind. It's so cool. So I was like, maybe I need to connect with the wind spirits or the air spirits or whatever. I don't know. It was so cool. Anyways, so I was sitting there and I just kept hearing this tone, and I was like, ah. And that's what I did. And then all of a sudden, like, I was just not even. I was like in the full state, right? And like all of a sudden, all this wind was like whoosh. It was like, holy shit. I was like, no way. I'm like, do you think it was a coincidence? I don't know. It sure didn't seem like it. So anyways, so then I was like, is that real? So then I like stopped talking. Like I stopped making like voice sounds. But then I started thinking about it, and I was like, so it was coming out of my throat chakra into the ethers. And it still happened again. And I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. I'm not in the full state right now, so I'm not totally connected because I'm still kind of trying to like get comfortable. But anyways, it was awesome. It was really awesome. Except for those darn ticks. I still don't know what they mean. I didn't go too much further, but when I took off my clothes, I put them in a bag, and then I just got rid of one. It was on my clothes still. Yeah. It's a little persistent buggers. But anyways, so I left my clothes in the bag. Anyway. Okay. So, I just want to like, I don't really know what these are. They're not rocks. This is the masculine. This is the feminine. Yep. So I got these from a rock shop, and I'm talking about them because they're basically the balance of the masculine and the feminine. They go together. Like, it's really cool how I got these. So the guy is an older guy. I'm pretty sure he channels. He's intuitive. He's a rock guy. But he's a lot older, like maybe 75, 80. Right here. So I got drawn in to, there was like a bowl, and it had a bunch of these in there. And these were the first two that I picked out. But I don't know anything about these. So they're like for channeling, they're for like going into the spiritual realm. And I picked these two up, and I put them down. And then I was like, I should pick some more. So I picked a couple more. And then I picked a couple more. And then I asked the guy, I was like, which one? Because I was trying to see, like, you know, if he would, I don't know, I just was testing him, I guess, or something. And then he gave me these two back. These were mine. So it was pretty cool. He didn't see. I was like, which one should I pick? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And then he picked these. He still picked these. It was fun. So anyways, I brought these for just like connection to divine masculine, feminine, and yeah. So, and I also brought my crown. I love this thing. I just think it's so pretty. I love it. Okay, so is there anything else? Yes, there is. I, for some reason, felt called to bring this out here. I got this from a native store. It's like, that's how I feel about it. I wish I was standing. This one would be a lot easier. Yeah. There it is. I'm trying to calm my nerves. Some girl just went to the car. Okay. So I don't know exactly what that does, but it's like, I think it's like maybe a rainmaker. And then I got this. I don't know how to play these. I just can play like one tune. Yeah, I'm not very good. We'll see if I can get it. Okay, that's it. I got a little native in there. All right. So now we're going to do this light language. We're going to see what comes through. I might sing. I might just do light language. I probably am going to sing. I might beat the ground. I don't know. I'm not going to beat the ground, but hit the ground and get a beat. And then I want to see if the nature spirits and the wind does that thing again. I'm going to see if I can do it. Okay. Aruka, tiki, ayushukutone, warakata, yesukoto warakata. Iskuturukuturukutu, akatakatana, urakasakitiki shikitikatana, urakasakatarashikatorukatakitikina, uyaketikiyata urasati arakatana, urakati arasana, urashati anana, urakata yakatana, urakata ashapatorukata, arukatiki arakatana, urakasakatana kuturukata kashikitena, arusukuturu shukuturukata kata rakasakatana kuturukata kataka katurukata katakatana. Arukusukuturukutu akatana urakasakatara shakatana ulati arakatana shakatorakatiki rasataya tena urakataka shakatana urakata urasati arakatana uturu turu 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 tu. We're rooting in. Arukatana ushakatana uraki urasati aratata rasatana uratiti arata urasata
ora siti, arutiti, anana, isotora titi, asututuru tatitiki, takatana, ora kasakatana, arakasokotoro katiki tata, rakasakatana, arasata, yakata, ishukuturu kutukatana, ura kasakatana, ura sakatalati. Papa tara tatara tara tatara tara 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 tachi titi 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 rakatara tara ora satara titi rata dana rata arusu kuturu kutakata asukutara kata aikatana ora kata kasikatana katara kasikatara kata irusu turu titi rata tala titi rasatara satata rasatana wata iti iata ena ora satara tiki anana etalototo rati satara tita rosokotora katakatana arosotora tita ratara satara katena ora satara shitokotora katana ishkotora kata.
That was super cool. That's like all the stuff I do whenever I go out dancing. Oh well, I don't mean I'm in nature. Let's calm down for a moment.
Arukata ana.
Okay, it's gone. So I still gotta wait. Okay, she's starting again. Arukati, arakata, ishukuturakata, ishukuturakatiki, arakatana, urasatiti, arananti, aloto, akatana, urakatakinana, ushikuturakatala, irukosakatarakata, orakasakatana, urakata. Aruku sukutu sukutu rukutu kutana, oresetati, arakatana, urakata, ishukuturakata. Eloenaya tura titi arusutu rokotorana urati orasititi arakatana warakataka shakatana warakata ikutura katiki ana isukutura kata aruko sakatara shakatara katana urakata ala tuna nikita kasakatana wakatata arukuta inana yatura katana uraka sakatana shukutura kata iruko sukuturu katana urakata ana turu kuturu katiki arakata aluso turu kutu aranana orasiti arakatara idana irodeti adadeti iesata ada uto utu 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 utu.
Onana. Iruta. Arakatana. Irutsusututu rakatana. Iruta. Ishuturo. Atarakata. Urakasakatana. Ilusatatana.
There's a whole bunch of beings around me. Oh, they're singing and dancing. Oh, that's so cool. This is so much fun. If I could do this for the rest of my life, it'd be so great. Okay, so am I allowed to talk? Nope, we're not there yet. Okay. Okay. Hold on. I don't know if you can see that or not. I just got given a scroll and it said something. And then it was given to me. It was a gift. It was a memory of something I know how to do. Yeah. Like you know how some of our more gifts are coming online? Yeah, that's what that was. Awesome. We'll see. We'll see how that one comes out.
Arusati, aratata, urakasakatana, urakashikitana, kuturakatakataka, arakasakatana, urasitia, manana, iuranana, yanana, irakatanana, wasakatana, orasitia, nana, ye. Enona Iwa.
That was so much fun. Okay, we're closed out. That's so cool. Okay, so in the avatar, I'm in I don't know, I've watched a bunch since my last video because I just can't stop. So we're in the earth bending. And I know I talked about this part already, that the girl is blind, and so she listens to the earth. So that is what, so in the first transmission, basically, I did a light language for understanding the element of earth, like connecting with the dirt. Because, I was thinking about it, and a tree is connected to the earth, but that doesn't mean it's the earth. The dirt is the earth. The sand is the earth. You know what I mean? That's earthy, but what is actually the earth? It's the dirt. So anyways, when I do my dancing out in nature, most of the time, I connect with the trees, but I connect with the trees through the dirt because they have their little thingy down there. I never thought about it before. But anyways, I connect with them through the dirt. I don't know what's in the dirt. I assumed that it was water because I noticed that when I first, so I have this park that I talked about that I've gone out to, and I'm trying to connect with those trees out there instead of my old trees. And so when it was still cold out, the ground was like ice. It was really hard, and so it made it hard for me. Just an ant. I can deal with that. Anyways, so So the earth was really hard still, and I felt it that if I tried to break, if I tried to get a vibration through the earth during that time, it would have hurt the trees, because I feel like maybe the water was too it was ice, so it was like I would break the ice, you know. I mean, I don't turn it up that loud, but I recognized that I should not do that. I didn't want to connect with the trees that way. They weren't ready, they weren't awake, they weren't, you know, they didn't have no nothing, no buds, no nothing. So this was like maybe the beginning of April, because we've had some warm weather up here. So, but anyways, that is what I do, is I go down into the dirt and I do a vibration of, like, you know, I get my heart and the energy, like basically what I do is I channel through my throat chakra into my hands, or however it works, through my heart into my hands. I just kind of do stuff. But anyways, like I just take my hands and go like this, and then the vibration, the trees, they feel the vibration through the earth. It's so cool. So that's what she said to do. And then the second one was to let me know that I'm not alone. And well, all of us, we're not alone, that there are beings around us to help us. And then I already talked about the scroll that I got. In the avatar, this you get, they have a lot of scrolls, but they have like different, it's not English writing. I don't, they just read it in English, but anyways. So I this kind of reminds me of when I first woke up in 2012. Um I was really, really upset because I was like, I felt all these ugly, nasty feelings when I first got here, and I was like, why would I want to be here with all this? I was like, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to handle this. I don't want this. Like, why? You know, because like I I was unconscious to all the feelings that were going on in my body. So when I like I'm not really sure what you would call it. I don't know if you would call my experience a walk-in or an awakening or whatever it was. But either way, I felt strongly that I did not like the way that my body felt. I was really unhappy because there's a lot of things that have gone on in the DNA of the humans everywhere. So I just felt everything. I even felt the energies around where I was living. Like it was super, super, super strong, like negative everything. So that's probably one of the reasons why you know, it's not that easy to come into a body that doesn't feel good, that isn't crystalline or pristine, or you know what I mean. So, um, oh yeah. So, anyways, back to my 2012. So I was really upset. I was like, no, I don't want to be here. What do you mean? Like, get me out of here. And then I got this vision, this like popped right into, and that was during a time when I was really visual. I'm actually getting back to that. But anyways, I saw myself handing my scroll over to God, and I was like, man, I gotta do this. So yeah. Aw, I'm only 38 minutes in. We're doing good. Let's see. Do I have anything else? Let me check my phone. Oh yeah. Oh, I want to show a picture of my moo. Oh, I can't do it. You can't see it anyway. I'll just post my stuff in Telegram because you can't see my stuff. But yeah. So I'm kind of curious. I'm just kind of learning a little bit more about this whole air bending, this word bending, because like, you know how in the Matrix the girl bent the spoon, and how they talk about this world is a hologram, like basically we can program it to be whatever we want it to be. So if we can program it to be whatever we want it to be, then who's to say that I can't be like, and the wind blows. It was already there. It was already blowing when I started, but still, oh man, it was gusty that day. I'm just saying, make it what you want it. You can do whatever you want whenever you want. Okay, I got something else I want to talk about. Okay. So, let's talk about water. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. So, I was like, I'm earthing today. Like I've been watching Earth stuff, and I wasn't gonna talk anymore, but I gotta talk about this. So I was like, yeah, I'm earthing today. I'm just gonna earth today. I'm gonna talk about Earth and blah blah blah. Cause like I need to be more solid in myself, instead of like water just flows everywhere, it goes wherever it wants to. Air goes wherever it wants to. The Earth doesn't. The Earth is stable. The Earth is solid. It's grounded. You're on the ground. What is the other one? Fire. Fire flows. Fire flows, right? So I was like, I'm looking at my necklaces. I'm like, well, what should I wear today? I decided to wear one of my little flowers that I put in my hair, just so cute. And this thing I got at the horse fair, and it's hematite. I don't know what this is though. But anyways, this thing is awesome. I feel really good when I wear this. And then I decided to wear like my teal greenish shirt so I could be like green. More connected to nature. But anyways, as I was like looking through my necklaces, I was like, well, what else should I wear? Should I wear anything else? Because sometimes I wear more than one necklace. I don't care. And so then I was like drawn in by this, and this is the water element. So the water element, I wonder, I'm thinking. Okay, this makes sense. I don't know. You're going to have to feel how you feel about it. Okay? So I'm just going to, off the top of my head, stuff. So, like, let's say, for example, I need to take my own advice right now. I already know. Let's say, for example, okay, so I'm just going to talk about it. So I am Aquarius rising, Libra sun, and Capricorn moon. And the day that I was born, 9/29, is Cancer, ruled by Cancer in 1979. But anyways, so there's a kid riding his bike staring at me. So anyways, oh yeah, look at that, I'm on fire. Awesome. White fire. Okay, so I'm gonna try to put together something. So, okay, all over the world, water is still when it's in a contained place. But how do you contain it if it's overflowing? Oh my God. You build an earth wall. That's what they do in the Avatar. They don't do that for the water, but I'm saying like they do that in general to like. Do you think I'm onto something? The wind's blowing. But how could you contain your emotions? Do you really want to contain your emotions? Generally, I just flow. I just let myself feel. That's how you do it. Yeah. I mean, there really isn't any way you could really do it. Well, I'm just trying to think of an exercise that I could. Because I was just looking over here, like, the water is a pond. It just sits and it's still. It's in a pond. It's in a enclosed space with a bunch of trees around it. And it's like a hole, kind of. But for people's emotions, I just don't think that that's the way that you should. Because then you get a puddle. No one wants a puddle. No one wants murky water. You want things to flow. Just like when the moon flows. So when we have a full moon, the water flows. And it just flows and flows and flows. Okay, here. This is it. So, I think something we have to learn, even me, that when the emotions start to flow, they have to flow out. Because even when the moon, like the world is unapologetic, right? The water is unapologetic. If you're going to get swept up in a current, you're gone. That's it. Yeah. If rocks fall, unapologetic. If you're down there, watch out. I'm not trying to create like bad things at all. What I'm trying to do is like, they made us feel bad for our feelings. They made us feel like they were not acceptable, like they were unworthy of flow. And that's not fair. That's not fair. People need to have their feelings. They need to be able to flow. It's okay. You know, it's okay. You know, that's like sometimes when I'm on camera, if I feel emotional, I let it flow. I let it flow out a little bit because for some reason I have to do that. I feel like I make it okay for people that let their feelings flow out. It's okay. If I had an overwhelming amount of emotion, how would I harness that? Well, I will just say the ways that I do it is I just cry my eyeballs out. I go somewhere, I find a safe place where I can just cry or scream my head off or whatever it is. In the car. That happened. Well, that was when I was with my ex, so. But anyway. Actually, that's not the only time, but yeah, I mean, I think you just have to let it flow out. You're in a moment, and you just have to let the tears fall. You love somebody so much, you just feel so emotional towards them, you just let it out. I don't know if anyone's been, like, men especially, you know? I don't know if people have been allowed to do that. And, like, certain, I don't know if this is the right way to say it, but, like, male archetypes. I don't know if that's the right way I'm supposed to say that, but some, like, generations of men just were, like, not allowed to have their feelings. Well, okay, so, like, where do you draw the line of, like, having some feelings and still keeping your composure, still having composure, you know? Like, I don't know, it's kind of, I think we're defining that right now, actually. I think the world is defining that, the collective consciousness, because some people are, you know, there's, like, you have to balance. You know what I mean? Like, you have to balance all four elements. You have to balance earth. You have to balance fire. You have to balance water. You have to balance air. You have to balance all of them. You can't have an overwhelming amount of everything. That's why I do a lot of things with energy work, because when I have an overwhelming feeling, I have to process that feeling somehow. I have to do energy work. I have to go into the timeline. I have to close it out. I have to figure out what the issue is. But I would say when you have an overwhelming amount of love for someone, I think it's okay to let it flow. I think it's okay. Because, like, you know, when you just really love somebody and you cry because you love them so much, it's like having a baby. You know what I mean? Like, if I ever get to have a baby, I'm definitely gonna cry my eyeballs out. I hope I don't have any makeup on, because I'm gonna cry my eyes out. I don't even care. Hundreds of people in the fucking room. Hopefully there's not 100 people in the room. But I'm just saying, like, I'm definitely gonna cry my eyes out. I'm gonna need a lot of tissues. It's gonna be one of the greatest days of my life. Yeah. Or, you know, when you marry somebody that you really love, I probably won't be able to keep it together. I probably won't. I'll have to put, like, waterproof makeup on me. Waterproof. That's funny. Waterproof your heart. No, I'm just playing. No, I don't have any solutions for it's kind of surrendering to the process. Yeah, you have to surrender to the process. Surrender to the love, surrender to the passion, surrender to the feelings, surrender to the expressions, surrender to the emotions, surrender to the tears, surrender to your ugly tear face, your ugly cry face. I mean, you know, I really shouldn't call it an ugly cry face, but it's kind of true. That's what we look like when we cry, really. Even as a baby. Yep, even as a baby. So, anyways, I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I had such a wonderful time hanging out with you all. Hopefully you enjoyed everything. I'm getting my Southern girl accent on. Oh man, I love the sun. I love the sun. I love it so much. Let me see if I can get it in there. Hopefully, I can't wait to see that. What it looks like. Well, anyways, let me just check. Is there anything else? My little lady says, "Hi, Mr. D." And I want you to meet me soon. Because I'm so grateful for you being in my life. And I'm happy you want to be in it. Amen. I'm so grateful. She's so cute. My little lady. Hopefully you, if you're new, my little lady is my inner child of, that's a whole other subject. Go back to my previous videos. Maybe I could do an inner child series. I just want to say I am going to do some more channeling about relationships. For some reason, it seems like I'm like creating it. So it's kind of hard to be like, yeah, do this when I don't know. I'm still in the process. We'll see. Anyways, I love you. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. Thank you for enjoying nature. Thank you for being kind to nature, being kind to the earth, being kind to the elements, being loving, being caring. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for you to be here. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I love you. 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 Until next time.